Hello, friends. Today we're talking about the hidden step to manifesting. What to do if you're not getting what you are asking for. And this hidden step I'm talking about is receiving. We are often very good at identifying what we want. We know that we want more clients. We know that we want clarity on our purpose. We know that we want to buy whatever food we want without looking at the price. We know that we don't want to care about what gas costs. We want to travel at whim. We want to fly first class. That's something I want to try this year. We want to do all sorts of stuff, and we wait and we wait and we wait and we have faith and we detach and we do all the steps that we think we're supposed to be doing, and we'll either get a second-rate version of what we want or it won't come. Now, I am super great at manifesting loads of stuff, but there are still blocks that I am encountering. And so last week, I made a pact with my sister that I was going to be better at receiving. So I've got an update for you on what I did, how it worked for me, how it enhanced what I wanted, and what you can do to be a better receiver as well. So first, we're going to get into the everyday things you can do to be a better receiver, and then we're going to talk about the higher level stuff, as in what are you receiving from, who is giving this to you, and why should you bother tapping into the source of what you're getting. My first step was that I decided that I would pay attention to what I did receive on a daily basis. I ordered a couple of yards of compost and soil for my new garden, and the guy was late, but he gave me a free tomato plant that was really big and already flowering, which is organic, score. He also gave me a really big bucket of seed starter material that he normally sells for $30. I also got some other things that didn't involve a downside. My partner offered to pay for half of the soil. We got some free stuff at the farmer's market. We got a free basil plant. We also got some free extra sprouts from the sprout guy, and we got a lot of little discounts when we bought the bulk of our groceries there. So all of that didn't add up to much money, maybe about $15, but still, free stuff is free stuff, and especially when it is organic, delicious food. One of the books I've been waiting for at the library finally became available. I had an abundance of people sign up for conversations with me to see if they were a fit for any of my programs. I got a $20 gift certificate to my favorite takeout restaurant. I had some free laser coaching from a program that I'm in right now that only 10 people got. And I could probably go on and on. So all of these they're not major. I didn't win a trip to Paris, but I noticed on a weekly basis how much I get for free. Whether it's my library book becoming available, or it's free money, or free food, or whatever, all of these things add up, and all of them show me that I'm a good receiver. I'm now focusing on taking compliments better, right? Instead of deflecting, accepting. All of this counts, all of this matters, and the more you recognize what is being given to you and receive it graciously, the more you will get. What you focus on expands, and that's not just spiritual talk, that is psychology talk. So what we allow ourselves to focus on will expand, so we'll see more of those things. So we will actually see ourselves receive more. The second thing I did was I asked myself, what do I really want anyway? So if I feel like I'm not abundant, if I feel like I'm not receiving a lot, you gotta ask yourself, what are you asking for? Have you put some orders in, right? Do you know what you want? Because if you don't know what you want, if you don't know what you've asked for, how do you know you're not receiving it? This is a big one with money, with clients, with travel, with anything. If you think you're lacking in a certain area, you have to ask yourself, what do I want? Okay, be very clear about what you want and identify it, right? Write it down, share it with a friend, put it in your online diary, whatever you need to do. Just be clear about what you want. I recently made a vision board, which is not something I normally do, But it's cool to see everything I want up on the wall. I can see that I value travel. I can see that I value a garden, right? And all of these things I wasn't really focusing on because I'd made excuses in the past as to why they couldn't happen. So I can't have a garden here in the summer in Phoenix. It's 120 degrees. But when I realized that's a value of mine, it's really something I want, I did some research, I allowed myself to receive clarity, and I realized a lot of people have gardening seasons that go all through the summer here. And all I needed to do was adapt some techniques that the pros use to get my veggies through the summer. I then got a deal on some blocks to create a raised bed. I got a deal on some soil, and the rest is history. I had another goal this year of wanting to be able to travel whenever I felt like it, namely to Hawaii. And I was feeling a little bit stuck the other day, a little bit hemmed in where I am. But the truth is, I do have the money to go. I can go. And there are other circumstances that I'm putting on myself that are not allowing me to go. So it's not that I don't have the resources. And it's not that I couldn't even create the money easily if I didn't have it. It's that I am not allowing myself to receive that fully. I'm putting things in my way. I'm putting thoughts in my head that are saying, you're too busy, or you have these other commitments, or you're teaching these classes on these weekends. All of that, all of myself, is what's not allowing me to receive what I really want. And so that's why it's important to know your goals, right? I wanted a garden. I thought I couldn't have it. And then I allowed myself to receive the answers that are proving I can. And then the physical steps of putting it in place came very easily. I got deals on things. I found things on Craigslist. I got stuff delivered that looked like it was going to be hard to get delivered. No big deal. I'm even getting financial support from my partner who's helping me out with the traveling thing, right? My one goal this year was to be able to travel to Hawaii whenever I wanted. I have the resources to do it, and I have the skills to create the resources if I didn't have them. But it's me, it's my thoughts, it's my thinking I'm too busy that is not letting me see the possibility. And so now that I've got clarity on all these things, I can see that my receiving skills are really what was needed to improve. And so if I'm feeling overwhelmed and that's what's not allowing me to go to Hawaii, now I know where to focus my attention, right? It's not that I need more money. It's that I need to improve my schedule to allow me to have more flexibility. And so all that would take would be moving some appointments, creating some blocks of, time where I'm not doing anything so I could be on a plane. And it's really not that difficult. And so I want you to ask yourself what you want. What do you want that's going to make you so super happy? And ask yourself, are you allowing yourself to see how it could be done? Are you immediately filling your head with, but I can't, but this is that way, but I don't have the money? Ask yourself, is that even true? Do you have the money, but you're just earmarking it for something else? Do you have do you have junk sitting around that you could sell? Do you have your own business? Could you make a sale, or could you create a new product, or could you email your people about something to make more money? For everything that we want, there's a way to get it right now. All right, so now that we have focused on those two receiving steps, number one, focusing on what you are receiving, even if it's small. Number two, getting clear on what you want so that you can ask yourself, can I have this now? Am I blocking me? Right? Are my thoughts negative in this way and they're not letting me have what I want? Now, we're going to talk about the fact that you already have everything you want right now, and how this is really an inner game thing. We've talked a lot in the past, if you've been with me for a while, about how your higher self is the one creating everything. Your higher self, meaning your expanded energetic self, the part of you that expands beyond this personality self, beyond what your name is here, beyond your birthday, the part of you that's eternal, that is always connected to source. And that part of you is what is orchestrating all of this stuff outside of you. It's your outside world, your experience, your reality is created from all of the little things that you're feeling and thinking and vibrating at within you. And so we already have everything we want because we create everything we have. So let me say that again. We already have everything we want because we create everything we have. And so that greater part of you is making that bookshelf I see. It's making my schedule. It's making my paintings. It's making my cats. It's making everything I receive and everything I don't receive. And if I want to change any of that, if I want to experience greater abundance, greater freedom, I just need to know that I have it already. And I actually started doing this right before I realized that I actually could go to Hawaii right now if I wanted. I could book a ticket at this moment. I could be on a plane whenever it's needing to leave, and I'd be fine. Even if your situation is a little bit different from mine, your higher self is still creating your reality. And so anything you want right now, you can have. You would just have to ask your intuition, your higher self, what you need to do to get it. And sometimes it's not in a linear path. Sometimes our path goes like this, and we can't see the logical progression of things. We just have to trust our intuition. Sometimes it's scary, sometimes it's hard. I'm going through a lot of this right now, a lot of anxiety about growth, a lot of not knowing what to do, and just having to trust those little flashes that pop into my head. It's not always easy, but we wouldn't grow if everything was given to us, if everything was easy. That includes manifesting and that includes receiving. Get into that part of you that knows this is truth, right? Feel in your body, feel in your heart that you have access to everything you want. Know that. And then ask yourself, how am I going to feel if I get what I want, if I have the money, if I have the clients, if I have the travel? How am I going to feel? And start feeling that way now. Remind yourself, you have this. You have this already. And as you keep doing that, knowing that it's the truth, you will see your reality, your outer world start to change to reflect that. And at first, it may just be the awareness that you could do that thing if you wanted. Or you could get the clients. You do have the skills. You do have the confidence for that. And then your how-to steps will get a little bit more specific. But the awareness will come first. All you have to do is follow through. So tap into our inner resource, tap into your plug, into your higher self, the part of you creating all of that, all of this, everything you see, everything you feel, everything you interact with, and let that work its magic. And finally, when you get the clarity, when you get the how-to steps, follow through, and then allow yourself to receive. So right now, my boyfriend and I are planning a trip to Hawaii, and maybe I'll go there before we end up going there. I don't know. But I certainly feel a lot better now knowing that I've clarified what's in my way, and it's not what I thought it was. So I hope you guys get the same amount of clarity for yourselves. I really hope that this video helps you. I hope that you do track your receiving, even if it's a penny, even if it's a dime. What you focus on expands, and tap into that feeling that you want to feel. Live there and watch your reality change. And if you want to get more clarity on those how-to steps, I do it through intuitive art, right? So I know what's coming. I know how to do stuff. I know how to take those steps to receiving more, getting more of what I want. I do that with intuitive art, and you can learn how for free at intuitiveartacademy.com. Lots of love, guys. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye bye.